ultimately important for you to look at your goals, truly what you want to do in your life, and then look at the people who you spend the most time with in your life and figure out if that lines up. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Morning Perspective. It's Thursday, September 5th, 2019, and we've got a good one for you today, guys. This is a topic that has really always been one that I've enjoyed talking about, and I think it's beneficial to everybody. It's beneficial for your personal life. It's beneficial for business. It's really the easiest way to happiness in your life. And so the title of today is Why Serving Others is Actually the Best Way to Serve Yourself. Good morning, Dayton, Linda. What's happening, guys? Thanks for jumping on here. Why serving others is the best way to serve yourself is really, it's a unbelievably deep topic. You could go on and on and on forever. So we're going to kind of keep it streamlined for today, and maybe we'll branch this off into additional episodes. Good morning, Scott Spiro. What's happening, man? You're up early out there on the West Coast checking us out this morning. Lydia, Dina, good morning. So there's a couple things about serving others and why that turns into the best way to serve yourself. And so the first thing that I've got written down here is, asking questions and focusing on other people's needs and interests. That is the easiest way to get other people's attention, and also the best way to put them at the center of your conversation. So the first step in serving them is actually asking questions of other people. So focusing on them more than you focus on yourself. I think we've all been in conversations where, the person that we're talking to does nothing but talk about themselves. And so that's an exhausting conversation, right? You start to tune out, you start to pick up your phone, you start to, look at your watch, figure out how the hell you can get out of that conversation, because, nobody wants to be in a one-sided conversation with somebody that's just talking about themselves. And so the one thing to note, guys, again, this does apply to your personal relationships and business relationships. Everything that we talk about today, it will help you manifest better and deeper relationships in your life, whether it's business, with clients, with coworkers, or on the personal side of things. Dean, Trisha, good morning, guys. What's happening? Please, guys, share this out. This is going to be one that a lot of people need to hear. If you have a lot of people in your life that are really, in need of additional relationships, better support, this topic will tell them exactly how to do it. So number one, people love to talk about themselves and share with you what's important to them. So if you start asking questions of them and really genuinely being interested in what their answers are, it's an easy way to strike up a conversation. And by the way, guys, this is a topic that I have had to work on in my life. When you're in sales, you're in leadership, you tend to be in positions where you have to talk a lot. And so sometimes you have to hone in your own ability to be genuinely interested in others and not just lead the conversation all the time, because people tend to want to put you in that situation a lot when you're in those positions. So you have to find a way to navigate around that. So again, people love to talk about themselves. If you just genuinely ask people questions about what's important to them, what motivates them, what they have going on, tell me more about this, they will absolutely open up and tell you quite a bit. Another important note is that serving others is absolutely what creates long-term success in your life. I have experienced this a lot recently, and I never realized what was happening when I was doing it, but a lot of those seeds that I've planted over the years have started to grow in recent years. It is very important for us to plant those seeds and continue planting and not expect to reap that harvest too soon. You have to be willing to put in the work up front long term and build that trust with other people, and just, trust that long term that harvest is going to come to you just naturally. It's the law of the universe that happens. And so, that is an important note. Here's a question to ask yourself on how to kind of manage this in your life. How many people per day or per week are you actually trying to get to know better? Very important question. It's interesting to have my own team on here that works with me, because some of this stuff that I'm going to talk to you guys about and tell you are things that I do, and they will probably realize when I'm doing it now in the future. But it's things that I genuinely take interest in trying to ask about people on my team. I have conversations, non-business related conversations, by the way, most of the time, that lead to me understanding them better and ultimately, hopefully, being able to lead them better. But how many times a week are you having those conversations? I don't track this anymore, but I used to intentionally try to have a certain number of conversations with people per week, per month, to get to know them better. I also have some forms that I use that help me understand people's wiring, what drives them a little bit better. But just genuinely making it a point to have a certain number of people per week or per month or per day that you actually try to get to know better, and think about what questions you want to ask them, right? Some of the questions, some of the conversations that I have with my team are absolutely intentional. I think about what I want to ask them to get to know them better before I engage in that conversation. Trisha, yes, you talk about yourself way too much now. I'm glad you said just kidding. I know that at times we all talk about ourselves a little bit too much, but genuinely we are trying to get to know other people better, and that's the harvest that we want to reap by investing constantly in other people. That's absolutely what we're trying to accomplish long term. But keep that in mind, guys. You want to be intentional about your interactions with other people, and you want to intentionally make it about them. People always feel better in interactions where they walk away feeling like they were heard, and that the conversation was genuinely either balanced or more leaned in their direction. So harvesting new relationships in your life always is going to come from, first and foremost, giving. And so by giving, what do I mean by that? I mean giving in every aspect of the word. So giving people your time, giving people your undivided attention, giving people hope when they don't maybe have any, right? And so giving people your knowledge, your attention, your love, your compassion, your all of that stuff. It's giving to other people that creates the best relationships. The absolute best relationships are when the other person is as interested in giving back to you as you are interested in giving to them. But for the sake of this conversation, guys, it comes down to when you figure out what is important to other people and you structure your conversations with those people around those things that are important to them, your relationships will just genuinely and naturally develop far faster and deeper than they ever would have been able to before. And so, for those people who are around me, I genuinely have different conversations with people than they've typically had in the past in a professional setting. So inside of our company, we have way different conversations than most companies do. The reason for that is it's intentional. We are trying to build a different type of culture within our business. I am trying to build a different type of culture within my life, where I have different relationships with people than what most people are used to. My friendships with the people who are in my circle are far different than what most people experience in friendships. And the reason for that is that we try to take the time to understand everything about each other a whole lot better. That's how we build our relationships. That's how we build our businesses. And remember this, guys, when you are in a friendship and you're asking those kinds of questions, the results are going to be a whole lot better. Okay? When you are in a professional environment, asking the right questions of your clients to show that you genuinely care about them and their position and their success in their role is what creates sales success. The old days of the pressure sales tactics, they just don't work anymore in today's world. And the reason is that there's too much access to information. So people don't have to put up with high pressure sales tactics anymore. So the shift that's happening in business is to more genuine, more transparent businesses are going to win long term because that's who people actually want to interact and do business with. That's the truth. So the more that we learn this, the more that we learn how to do these things and put serving others at the center of everything that we do, the more success we're going to experience. Last thing I wrote down here is there's something special that happens in our lives when we put other people at the center. Now, it's important for you to realize you can't totally ignore your own needs. But I am definitely here to tell you that the happiest people I know, who, by the way, are also the most successful, got there by putting other people first, by giving. Now, with that said, when you get onto an airplane and you sit in your seat and they tell you, the announcement comes on and it says if there is a drop in cabin pressure, what are you supposed to do? You are to put the oxygen mask on yourself first before assisting others. Because if you have a child with you and you try to help that child by putting their mask on first and you pass out before you get it on, then both of you are in some trouble. So make sure that you're taking care of yourself, but your priority in this world needs to be based on giving to others first, making it a point to give to others. I just had this conversation with one of my clients the other night. Long-term success in Top Contractor School, it started by me giving to others by passion. It is what I enjoyed doing. I wanted to help other people. That business that will turn into a massive entity, that business was started out of passion for giving to others. And that's why it has created the success that it's had, because the community of people who have been attracted to that business, who have wanted to learn more about how to sell, market, etc. as contractors, they share the same passion. If you get inside of that community, if you go over to Top Contractor School community and you see the people that are in there and the information and the content that we put out, it is to first and foremost give to others first. To be able to give to others, we have to have a solid foundation and take care of ourselves. But ultimately, the mission of the most successful businesses in the world is to put others, put the customer, put their employees, put all of those people first before the needs of the business, before your personal needs. And so the more that we are able to do that, the more that we're able to put others at the center of everything we do, the more we make others feel significant, the more that we make others the more that we give hope to others and make others feel the way that they should feel, fulfilled, happy, encouraged, inspired, all of those things, the more success, happiness, stability, all of those things you're going to feel in your life. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this topic. It is one that I am incredibly passionate about. It is truly how I've built my life. and most of the time not intentionally. Like, I didn't realize at the time what I was doing, but what the harvest that has created for me has been absolutely incredible. And the most fulfilling thing that's ever happened in my life has come as a result of putting serving others and giving first. And so, the title of this, Why Serving Others is the Best Way to Serve Yourself. It is, without a doubt, the best advice I feel like I could give you in the world. Judd, good morning, man. What's happening? It's the only way, guys. It is the only way that you are truly, at the end of your life, going to look back and feel like you have a legacy that you're proud of, that you have a lot of people that you have impacted, and that is going to ultimately make you feel fulfilled. It's the only way, guys, is to sacrifice, put others first. And when you put others first, you will be amazed at the circle that you end up looking around at, and knowing that those people would do absolutely anything for you, because the feeling is so mutual back and forth. And there is no feeling like that. I've said it before, I'll say it again on this video. It is, you truly feel unstoppable when you have those kinds of people by your side to accomplish anything. We've got, Judd mentioned, we're today we help the Bahamas. There's people in need, guys, all around the world. And, when we put that giving first in our minds, how can we help? That is, without a doubt, the absolute best mission that we can all have, and it's why we are put here. It's the first and foremost thing that we are supposed to do, is serve others around us. So we've got some news coming from Top Contractor School, something that we're going to put out there to try and help some people in a big way down in the Bahamas. Those people are in need, and we have a mission to help them. And so hopefully you guys will help us spread the word when we get that out. More to come on that here today, and we'll talk about that probably tomorrow morning again once we get all the details lined out on how we're going to do it. But I appreciate you guys tuning in. Please share this episode. I think it's something that would impact a lot of people. I think we need more of this in the world. Lance Phillips, my man, there is no better example of this exact topic than that guy right there. Man, it is unbelievable the people that come into your life when you take this path of giving back and always putting serving others as a priority in your life. The number of people that I've been blessed with in my life that are phenomenal, Lance Phillips being one of them. Man, what an inspiration that guy is. Judd Burden being another. All the people I work with, it's amazing, guys. So please share this, because I want everybody to be able to feel the feeling of having that circle, the feeling of feeling unstoppable, all of those things that come along with giving and putting others first. That is what this is about. So please share this message. Share it on iTunes. Give us a review. Let's spread the word, guys. Let's get people started off on the right foot every single morning at 7:30. This is something that the world needs, guys. People need to hear this stuff, and it is a passion project for me. Every day almost I get a DM, just somebody talking about how this show has impacted them. My mom reached out to me yesterday and told me somebody from my hometown that the show has impacted, that lost their husband recently, and that's what this is about. I get chills just telling you that message that came from my mom yesterday. It was just like, this is what I live for, guys. I live to help other people, to lift other people up. All the other stuff that we do in this world is insignificant compared to what we can do for others. And so I appreciate you guys coming here every morning and spending time with me. I really do, from the bottom of my heart. I love you guys. And please, please, please share this message so that we can impact more people. Leave us a review on iTunes. We're available iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, all those places. So it is just a need that the world has. So you guys can help change the world, and Man, I appreciate you guys more than you know. I will see you again tomorrow morning here on Morning Perspective, 7:30. Be here, guys. See you tomorrow. Love you guys.